Today we're going to be tackling our 26 books that we're supposed to read in 2026. If you remember, I created a 26 in 2026 TBR list, and currently we have 9 books left. We only have 5 months left in the year. That means we need to get our butt in gear. 2 of the books that I want to read in this video are Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. This is a series that I have not started yet. This was originally added to the tracker before I had read Real, so I kind of know what I'm getting myself into as far as author's writing style. However, I'm hoping this one gives off a little more modern vibe. It seems like it's going to be a second chance book, so that is calling to me, and I can't wait to start this one. This is about 376 pages, and we should be able to read it in about 2 to 3 days if we're really putting in the work. I do have a daily reading goal of 100 pages per day, so if we can stick to that, it should only take us around 3 days to finish this. The next book that we need to tackle is Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. As you know, I have started this one. We're about 50% of the way through. I did have a reading goal for this book. It was to read like 20 pages per week, and I fell off the tracks a few months ago, so we have a lot of catching up to do, and maybe this week we can get ahead. I'm picking this one specifically because I do also have this in ebook and audiobook, so this will be a good book to throw on when I'm busy doing some other things. And honestly, that's really going to be the only way that I will be able to tackle this huge book, is by relying on other formats. So in this video, I would like to also read like 30 pages a day to get through this book. I know that we won't be able to finish this book in this series, but I'd love to see how far I can get and if I can stick to about 30 pages a day as my goal. I know we're currently sitting on the fence with this book. It still has yet to pull me in and grab me. I'm not gonna lose hope yet because this is a huge book, and I know that it's fantasy, so it's gonna have a lot of world building in it, and I'm just trying to hang on. Just trying to stay interested enough to make progress through the book. So if we could read 100 pages of Before I Let Go per day and around 30 pages of Priory a day, I think we would be in a really good spot by the end of the week. Tonight, I do have live sprints with the crew that will help me dial in and put a lot of focus into these books, and I think I'm gonna start with Before I Let Go and see if I can get through my first 100 pages. So I'll check in a little later to let you know how it's going. Hello, welcome back. I made it to page 31, which is okay for our first sprint. That seems to be like on par. It's been raining on and off today, and so I want to check on the progress of our new rain barrel. Also, this is the state of the DIY reconstruction that we did. You can see we kind of left it a mess. Oops, that's another day's problem. So let's see. we got here. I see it's settled a little. It's leaning back. I was concerned of that. How do I open this? Hello? There's nothing in there. Didn't rain enough for like the water to collect. I'm already seeing that I need to prop up the back though so that it doesn't lean so far. Okay, well, maybe another day. We'll see some rain in there. We have officially reached our 50% mark in Before I Let Go, and I have not been disappointed at all. I feel like this story is giving me everything that I currently need in a book. It's keeping me interested. It's making me feel a lot of emotions. I'm so hooked on this story right now. To me, there has not been a dull moment. There's not been a moment where I thought it was taking too long or it's too slow or things didn't make sense. Everything just feels so right about this book. The idea of co-parenting but also finding some sort of reconnection with an ex-husband blows my mind. I'm sure it happens. I cannot stress enough how much I love reading about adults having adult problems and needing to be adult to solve them. I think I get really swept away in my fantasies and my rom-coms. I eventually run into a situation where I'm kind of just a little bored with reading the same type of female character, the same age, is running into the same problems. Reading this book is very refreshing because these are realistic problems. These are realistic things that I think mature people have to go through. And there may be a bit of humor in this book, but it's not the main focus. And I think that so much more can be felt when we're telling a practical, serious story. I think what hurts the most about this book, our main characters are going through it. They're going through some really difficult stuff, and I'm not going to talk about it. Check your trigger warnings before you jump into this book. Out of all of the things that they are going through, the yearning between these two people is heartbreaking. The things that they had to go through are heartbreaking, and then the yearning between them is equally painful. We're getting to, obviously, a very pivotal moment in the book where I think the couple's going to be tested. Their morals are going to be tested. Their idea of who they think they are currently and what they want is going to be tested. And that's going to be really interesting to read and see how that plays out, but also what it's going to do for the end of the story. I'm actually terrified for the ending of this book because I want a happily ever after, but I feel like Kennedy Ryan is setting us up in a way where there could possibly not be a happily ever after. I don't know Kennedy Ryan well enough as an author to like assume or try to predict the way that the ending's gonna go. I am rooting for the couple. I hope everything works out for them and the people involved, and I'm really just crossing my fingers that they can figure it out, because both of our characters have to go through a good amount of growth and exploration, I think, to make sure that what they want is each other. It's going to be really difficult for us to cram in 100 pages of this book for today and then 30 more pages of Priory. I'm not sure I'll be able to actually hit that goal tonight, but if I had to choose one or the other, I'd really like to put in the work for this one tonight to keep me on track. So we are currently on chapter 22 of Before I Let Go, and then we need to read the little blue marker that is here on the side, and that would be somewhere around 100 pages, give or take. So maybe I could do 50 tonight. Typically it takes me about an hour and a half to read approximately 100 pages. I do have some editing to do tonight, so I might not be able to dedicate an hour and a half to reading, but we will definitely make some progress. So I will see you at 100%. We are officially 100% of the way through before I let go. And let me tell you, it is 4.5 stars. This baby was almost 5. The only thing that was missing were the tears. I love this book so much more than Real. I cannot even tell you why. It just, maybe this one was more in my lane. This one felt more modern. This one dealt with very modern situations and problems. It highlighted mental illness and it highlighted seeking help, like therapy, and I just loved this book so much. I get it now. I get why people loved it, and I had such a good time with this. It did give me the ending that I was hoping for, so chef's kiss to that. I couldn't be happier. This one is a top for me. I will definitely continue this series. I have a feeling I know who it's going to be about, and I'm interested in their story, and I just love the way that 𝖘𝖔𝖈𝖎𝖆 wrote this book. It's definitely going to be a series that I continue this year. It is currently Monday. We started this book last week, and although the weekend brings a lot of productivity to me in the form of reading, the weekdays really are crunch time for me, and I struggle with fitting in reading into my everyday schedule. The goal was 100 pages per day of this book and then 30 pages per day of Priory, but I will tell you that we did not hit that goal. There were a few days that I only got in maybe 10 or 20 pages, but we got through it even though it's a few days later, and that's okay. Life happens, and it is the end of summer, so we are slowly gonna get back into a more laid back year. The spice for this one was also going to be a 4 out of 5. 𝖘𝖔𝖈𝖎𝖆 has a real descriptive way, a really raw way of describing her spice scenes, and just be prepared for that. This one is spicy. So we will be adding this to the series that I'm in the middle of. That's a whole nother vlog. However, let's quickly talk about Priory. So when we started the video, I think I was only 50% of the way through, and now we are currently 62% of the way through, and that's okay. We knew that we weren't going to finish it this week. There was no possible way that was going to happen, especially with reading another book. I have went ahead, and the goal for the rest of the year is to read at least 30 pages a week, whether it's audiobook, Kindle, or physical. If you break that down, 30 pages per week, we only have 5 more weeks to read. And that's not bad because it is only August. We have plenty of time to finish this. I don't want to give you my concrete rating yet. However, I don't see this being a series that I'm going to continue, but I can't give you the final verdict until we actually do finish this series. Samantha Shannon is a great author. However, I think this may be a little too epic for me. But again, that's okay. So we are in progress of one of our 26 for 2026, and we completed one of our 26 for 2026. So as you can see, we have 17 of these books crossed off. We're going to add our 18th book, which is Before I Let Go. And that brings us down to 8 more books that we need to complete for 2026. That is definitely doable. I will tell you right now, as you're watching this, I am currently on the last 10% of Ruthless Vows. So we are well on our way to hitting our goal. As you can see, we do have Fan Alchemy here. Unfortunately, that one got pushed to 2027. So I just crossed that one off. We're in a little bit of a freebie space today. And I think that if I was going to predict which one I move on to next, it's probably gonna be the Mime Order or Kingdom of the Wicked. I do have Kingdom of the Wicked currently here. If you take anything away from this video today, try to fit in reading wherever you can, whether it's a few pages before bed, maybe it's an audiobook while you're getting ready for the day or on your commute to work. Maybe it's sneaking in a few pages on your Kindle during dinner. I don't recommend physical books during dinner because it's messy sometimes. Read at your own pace. Make sure you are loving the books that you read. And I hope you're tackling your 26 books in 2026. And I can't wait to hear which ones you have left in the comments below. If you made it this far in the video, but you don't want to comment anything, go ahead and leave a champagne emoji, just because this is one of the videos that we started the year off with. And we are now going into our Q4. Let's just throw a champagne bottle in there to kind of celebrate our achievements so so far. While I have you here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Next week, we will be having a special guest on the channel, and he's orange. He has 4 legs, and his name begins with the letter M. My cat is going to be controlling my reading for the day. If you haven't already, like this video and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything coming your way. And as always, I thank you so much for being here with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye! My whole nail is trying to jump off my body. This is as good as it's gonna get.